So then after that, they tell me that I have to do chemo and I will have to do radiation. They say we're gonna try your chemo for 6 months, and then we'll see if it takes a response or not. They said because I had a rare cancer, I was number 16. They don't have any notes on how to treat it. They don't know how, if anybody survived or how they survived and what were their different things. So I was basically a trial. And I said, okay, that's fine. At this time, it was like my first appointment with my oncology doctor. And she says to me, I asked her, I said, ma'am, I said, will I lose my hair? She said, yeah. I said, okay. So when I got home, I said, Daddy, I need you to cut my hair. He said, are you sure? Because I was a child that always had long, pretty hair. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to watch my hair fall out. Make it easier for me. He said, okay, Sheree, that's fine. Daddy will cut it out. He'll cut it off. So he cut my hair off and everything. I went through that process. Now my chemo was my first. I would do 2 rounds of chemo through the month. It was every other week. One of my chemos, I had to wear a bag every day for 7 days a week, and it was constantly pumping. At this, they have the new bottles, what they call baby bottles, which are small ones, but I had to use the old one because the chemo was so strong. I didn't realize I was taking over 10 types of different type of chemos. Well, I don't know if 10, a whole lot of chemos at the time. And so with that said, I took the different types of chemos and everything and didn't know how many I was taking. I was taking so much. And then the second round was that I have to stay overnight and do my chemo bags. Well, my doctor was like, you only have to stay overnight. And I was like, okay, I'll do one night, but I can't do no more than that. I can't stay in the hospital. She's like, okay. Well, I got to the point where I was supposed to spend overnight. And I spent the night, the first night. And then she was like, oh, you have to stay another. I was like, oh, no, 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 no. My doctor told me I have to stay one night. So I said, you need to call my doctor. So my doctor came in and she was like, Cherie, it is a 48-hour bag. I said, well, you told me one night. And that's what I agreed to. And she said, okay, well, this is the deal. If I could pump this in you manually and you can get off the bed without being dizzy or feeling like you have to regurgitate, then well, I'll keep it that way. I said, okay. So she pushes it in me and I jump up. I said, okay, can I go home now? And she says, wait a minute, you're not dizzy and you don't feel like you have to regurgitate? I said, nope. I said, I'm just fine. And she said, okay. I had a talk with God. I said, look here, Lord. Now, I do not like staying in hospitals. I do not like pills. So he made it possible for me not to have to take pills. I didn't have to take anything to not make me nauseated. And I didn't have to take anything to make me not dizzy. I was blessed. And so then I got through my round. It was like 2.5 months. I did my round. I started in October and it was December. It was actually on my sister's birthday, December 19th. And she comes in after I did my PET scan, after a week, we go in to see her. And she says, where we were worried the most, which was your shoulders, we can't find anything. She says, to be honest with you, we can't find cancer at all throughout your body. And I was like, really? She's like, yes. So my sister, of course, was the best gift she said it was one of the best gifts she got for her birthday. My family shouting and excited and extremely. My mindset was no more chemo. And God said, no, 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 no. You're going to finish this 6 months out. He said, it's going to ease her mind. You're going to finish it. I said, okay, Lord. Well, as I went through the process, different nurses would come in and I'm telling you how much peace was. Peace was so awesome because my blood pressure was so low that some of the new nurses that would come and see me would be scared. And the nurses was like, well, who do you have? And they're like, Cherie. And they're like, oh, no, no, no. That's Cherie. She's just very mellow. If it goes real high, then come and talk to us. But she's fine. But before all of that, before I knew that I didn't have cancer before, I can remember being in my mom's front room and saying, telling my family, before we prayed that I'm not sad or anything because God's guided me a win-win situation. Either I stay here with you guys or I go home with Christ. And God reminds me, he says, when one is absent from the body, they are present with me. So I told my family, I don't have a losing situation. I have a win-win. And my mom said it gave her ease because it made her feel better because she was like, my baby is okay.